De La Fuente didn't rebuild Spain by living in the past. He respected it, but he upgraded it. That's way harder. Lots of coaches inherit history. Very few make it better. Back in 2022, people doubted him hard. They questioned his name, his experience, everything. Now, the man once called who has led Spain to the Nations League, the Euros, and now the World Cup final. Football keeps reminding us, the loudest voices know the least. Greatness doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it grows quiet until the whole world has no choice but to notice. When the final whistle blew in Dallas, Spain didn't celebrate like underdogs. They celebrated like a team that expected to be there, because deep down, they always believed it. France dropped to the ground, devastated. Their World Cup dream gone. For Deschamps, a brutal ending. 14 years, a World Cup, a Nations League, 2 World Cup finals, one of the greatest runs in international football history. It ended not in glory, but in acceptance. Football can be cruel like that. Even legendary runs hit their final page. France has one game left, the third-place match, a painful reminder of how close they came. But tonight wasn't France's night. It belonged to Spain, a country that spent over a decade searching for its identity again, a generation always compared to legends, told they could never replace Xavi, Iniesta, or Busquets. Maybe they never will, because they were never trying to. This isn't the Spain of 2010. This is the Spain of 2026, and that's what makes them so dangerous. The world expected memories. Instead, Spain built a brand new nightmare for everyone else. No single superstar, no relying on magic, no miracles needed, just trust in each other. And in a World Cup, that might be the scariest weapon there is. Now, one match remains. 90 minutes, one last wall. England or Argentina? History or heartbreak? Immortality or another hard lesson? But no matter what happens next, one thing is already true. This isn't the Spain that faded after 2010. This isn't the team that lost its way. This is a nation that remembered who it was and found out who it could become. Maybe the scariest thing about Spain in this World Cup final isn't who they're facing. It's that nobody has found a way to stop them. Football moves in cycles. Empires rise, empires fall. Then, right when the world stops believing, a new generation writes the next chapter. Spain didn't just reach another final. They reminded everyone why this sport is beautiful. Greatness is never permanent. You have to earn it again, every single generation. And maybe, 16 years after South Africa, Spain isn't chasing history anymore. They're making a brand new one. The first crack came from the youngest man on the pitch, Lamine Yamal. Just a teenager, but calm like he'd done this 100 times. He read Lucas Digne's hesitation, stole the ball, and burst into the box. One reckless tackle, one whistle, one massive chance. Oyarzabal buried the penalty. No nerves, just pure confidence. Spain led 1-0. For the first time all tournament, France was behind. It wasn't just a goal, it was a mind game. Now Deschamps' team had to chase, something they'd never had to do. Normally, that's when France gets scary. Mbappe runs, Dembele isolates defenders, chaos follows. Not against Spain. Spain let France come forward, calm, not desperate. Every attack met a wall of white shirts. Every gap closed before it opened. Mbappe broke free, Guazzi was already there. Dembele went wide, Cucurella tracked him down. Olise found space, Rodri had already filled it. Spain seemed to know France's next move before France did. Then another blow. William Saliba, France's defensive rock, signaled to the bench. His back injury flared up. His semifinal was done. As he walked off, French fans sat in shock. Down a goal, down their leader, momentum slipping fast. Spain felt it instantly. Great teams smell weakness and strike. The passing got faster, the moves got sharper. Fabian Ruiz nearly made it too after a gorgeous one-touch sequence, but Upamecano threw his body in the way just in time. It wasn't just a close chance. It showed how easily Spain was slicing through one of the toughest defenses in the world. Halftime came. France barely made a sound. 0 shots on target, just 2 attempts total. This wasn't supposed to happen to this French team, not a team that had terrified everyone with wave after wave of attackers. Cameras found Deschamps on the sideline, blank face, searching for answers that weren't coming. The second half started with urgency. France made changes, new legs, new hope. Deschamps brought on Désiré Doué for a spark. Seconds later, that spark died out because football loves irony. Spain's second goal took seconds to score but years to build. Poto slipped a pass to Dani Olmo. Olmo didn't hold it, didn't show off. One touch, perfect pass, right back to Poto. Poto never stopped running. France never tracked him. He burst in, collected the return ball, and slaughtered it past Magnan. 2-0. Simple, clean, brutal. It looked easy, but goals like that take years of trust and repetition. Exactly what De La Fuente built with this group. France didn't lose to individual magic, they lost to teamwork. That goal said it all. France leaned on moments, Spain leaned on movement. France looked for heroes, Spain trusted the system. A real team was taking apart a group of superstars. Lamine Yamal thought he'd made it 3. He danced through the defense and finished in style. The crowd roared, then the flag went up. Offside. Barely. Didn't matter. Spain never lost their grip. If anything, the disallowed goal made them tougher. France kept trying. Mbappé fired from range. Blocked. Tchouaméni headed a cross over the bar. Cherki came on. Theo Hernandez came on. Deschamps threw everything he had left. Nothing worked. Spain refused to panic. No desperate defending. No wild clearances. No hiding. Just the same football that made them European champions. The same football behind their 37-game unbeaten run. The same football people said was dead and gone. People call possession boring. Spain proved that wrong. Possession is terrifying. Every second you have it, your opponent has hope. Every second Spain had it, France had none. Rodri ran the tempo like a conductor. Fabian Ruiz controlled every transition quietly. Dani Olmo floated like a ghost nobody could catch. Even without scoring, Yamal kept stretching the defense until gaps opened everywhere. This wasn't 2010's tiki-taka copied. This was the upgrade. Faster, stronger, more direct, more ruthless. Spain won the Nations League. Then Euro 2024, another trophy. Doubters still weren't buying it. Good generation, they said. Lucky run. Nothing more. The real test was always the World Cup. That's the one football never forgets. So when the tournament hit North America, Spain wasn't the big story. France was. England was. Argentina, Brazil. Everyone talked Mbappé, Messi, Bellingham, Vinicius, not Spain. Even as European champions, they flew under the radar. Then the opener, Cape Verde, a history-making underdog nobody expected to trouble Spain. But they did. Spain couldn't beat them. Doubts came flooding back. Maybe the World Cup was too much pressure. Maybe Spain just couldn't do it here. Social media piled on. Rivals laughed. But inside the Spain camp, total calm. De La Fuente wasn't building a team to shine in Game 1. He was building one to win the last game. And that's exactly what happened. Match by match, something shifted. Spain got tougher, colder, sharper. Goals came, clean sheets followed. That midfield became a trap nobody could escape. Every team walked in with hope. Every team walked out exhausted. Then came the stat that should have scared everyone. 1 goal conceded. In the whole tournament. 1. Not because Spain sat back and defended, because they defended with the ball. The old Spanish style was back, only better now. No more boring side-to-side passing. This version attacked hard, pressed hard, moved fast. Every player knew the next pass before the last one even landed. It looked beautiful, but under that beauty, pure control. There it is, Spain, world champions, 2010. People thought Spain's best story was already done. Johannesburg, July 11th, 2010. Iniesta's goal didn't just win a cup, it changed the game forever. Spain became perfect. They choked teams without even chasing the ball. Every pass looked like art. Every move felt planned. Every game felt won before it started. That midfield didn't just control the game, it controlled time. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, legends. Everyone copied them. Nobody could match them. But football forgets old heroes fast. The empire crashed. Brazil 2014, a disaster. Euro 2016, another letdown. Russia 2018, the hosts ended the dream. Qatar 2022, lots of passes, 0 trophies. The team that once scared the world got predictable. Pretty, but harmless. People started asking hard questions. Is tiki-taka dead? Did Spain trap themselves in their own style? Was 2010 just a lucky flash, never to return? Most fans said yes. Spain wasn't feared anymore, just respected. Then a man nobody cheered for showed up. December 2022, Luis de la Fuente named Spain manager. No excitement, just confusion. Fans asked, Luis de la Fuente? Who? No superstar name, no Champions League medals, not Mourinho, not Guardiola, not Ancelotti. Just the quiet guy who coached Spain's youth teams for years. A federation pick, nothing special. Or so people thought. But history doesn't always show up in a fancy suit. Sometimes it sneaks in quietly. While everyone chased big-name coaches, Spain trusted the man who already knew their future. He'd coached these young players before the world even knew their names. He didn't need time to build trust. He built it years ago, slowly, quietly. Everything started to change. Then the semifinal. France, maybe the scariest attack on the planet. Mbappe, Dembélé, Olise, Barcola, Doe, Cherki. Speed, power, star talent everywhere. All tournament, France looked unstoppable. They wrecked every defense they faced. Many thought this was Deschamps' last big moment before leaving after 14 years in charge. A third World Cup, the perfect send-off. Everyone pictured France in the final against Argentina or England. Almost nobody pictured Spain standing in the way. And even fewer imagined what was coming. This wasn't just a semifinal, it was a warning shot. Stars don't always beat teams. Sometimes teams beat stars. Spain was about to prove it. France walked into Dallas expecting to run the show. Instead, they chased shadows for 90 minutes, not from lack of skill. Spain simply never let them touch the ball long enough to hurt anyone. Every press got escaped, every lane got cut off, every attack got choked before it started. It felt like watching Spain from 16 years back, except faster, more direct, braver. The key wasn't just Lamine Yamal, not just Oyarzabal, not just Rodri alone. It was the midfield again. World Cups aren't won by flashy strikers. They're won by the guys running the game unseen. Rodri stood tall like a general. Fabian Ruiz glided through the lines. And Dani Olmo? He was the puzzle France never solved. Playing like a number 10, but he was everywhere. Dropping deep, creating space, pulling defenders out of shape. Every time France thought they had him boxed in, the ball was already gone. Every move opened another gap, another problem. This wasn't one player's magic. It was the whole team thinking as one. 11 players, one brain. That's football at its very best. And slowly, France's confidence broke. Their forwards got pushed further from goal. Mbappe got isolated. Dembélé found no space. Olise ran into white shirts every time. Spain wasn't just defending. They were stealing France's belief. And once belief goes, even great teams start to crack.